What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your girl Jessie Thrill, and I'm coming to you right now with another banger. Another one. Another. Yeah, another one. In my DJ Khaled voice. Another one. anyways, ladies and gents, look, man. This channel is throwing them out there something fierce. Something fierce. I came across a whole nother video by this channel. Okay, we just gonna watch this one too. Like, do you ever feel like you may have had a past life before the life you live now? Do I? I don't know. I really can't answer that question because I have no idea. Sometimes I've been told in some cases where deja vu is even signs of a past life as well, where you may have had that situation way before your actual life that you live now. So I have no idea. I could be wrong. I don't know. But this is from the channel hold on. Fascinating TV. Okay. Fascinating TV. This channel is got me mind boggled a little bit, but my eyes are gonna become open, I guess, even more open, not like they haven't been before. But let's see what they got to tell us on signs you have met someone from your past life.
Another video. Your soul exists beyond time and space on a higher dimension, but in order to grow and evolve, or raise its frequency, it needs to interact with other souls and live. Even though we don't consciously remember our past lives, a certain amount of memory is contained somewhere in our personal unconsciousness because our souls have a capacity to store information. Our souls store crucial information from each life. That's how they grow. Nobody is born completely blank. Because of this information, karma from your previous life can follow you until you overcome it and learn your lesson, so to speak.
Ooh.
Think of it like a quantum computer.
Yo, whoa, hold on. I have to rewind that. Did y'all hear what he just said?
Nobody is born completely blank. Because of this information, karma from your previous life can follow you until you overcome it and learn your lesson, so to speak. Think of it like a quantum computer that can store sequences of ones and zeros in a single photon, not needing the factor of time for the memory to exist. But when the factor of time is introduced, the photon unpacks the sequence of information, or memory. Your soul has compressed memories and information locked inside your unconsciousness that sometimes you might catch a glimpse of. The triggers are usually certain places, situations, or even other souls you interacted with in your previous life. Your soul recognizes other souls by their vibration and energetic imprint. This data is subconsciously perceived without your conscious mind even noticing. Sometimes this data can cause unexplainable reactions as a result of the memories we hold in our soul and unconsciousness. The question is it possible to meet someone from a past life in this lifetime? And how can you tell if you have? The short answer is yes. Of course, it can be challenging to get validation by yourself. If you are seeking additional insights to your past life connection, you could also consider a past life reading. Sites such as Keen have several past life readers to choose from. Keen has an impressive amount of variety when it comes to its psychic reading categories. You can find dozens of psychics in the most common categories such as love or life questions. So, what can you expect from a past life reading? Psychics who perform past life readings use their natural abilities and tools to tell you more about your past lives and the people involved. A psychic can tell you whether someone you know is from a past life, and if you may still encounter other people from a past life by tapping into your energy. Psychics generally also consult with your spirit guides to find out more about your past lives. Keen has a good selection of past life psychics available to guide you in this pursuit. You will be able to refine your search according to their reading style, spiritual gifts, and even the spiritual tools they use. However, there are also a few psychics available in specialized categories like aura cleansing. What I really love is that Keen has a helpful tool that can help you find psychics that meet your needs by asking you a few questions. There are hundreds of psychics available on the site, so this tool can help you feel less overwhelmed. Keen is packed with added extras, which makes it a great option for those who are more experienced with psychic readings. They also offers helpful articles on all things spiritual as well as a blog to keep you entertained even when you are not looking for a past life reading. There are even helpful guides for those who are less experienced with past life readings and need a little extra advice on how to get started. You can go ahead and use the link in the description box below. However, if you think that past life and reincarnation are topics of metaphysics with no scientific support, I would advise you to think again and make sure you do your own research. Cellular memory, or body memory, is a theory that suggests the cells in your body are capable of storing memories. This means the cells that make up other parts of your body, and not just your brain, are
Welcome, dear one. I've been eagerly awaiting your arrival.
somehow capable of remembering. Not only that, but these cells are actually capable of transmitting their memories to the replicas they create of themselves during cell division. If that doesn't sound like reincarnation, then I don't know what else does. You might be asking, how did this hypothesis come about? Scientists have observed examples of cellular memory that question our understanding of what memories are and how they are stored. Cellular memory becomes visible when cells respond the same way to a stimulus. The striking part of this discovery is that new cells, of the same organism, have been seen responding to a stimulus the same way as old cell does, even though that cell itself has never been exposed to the stimulus before. In a nutshell, that's how we arrive at the hypothesis of cellular memory. For a new cell to exhibit this behavior, then the old cell must have somehow passed its memory, or consciousness, to this new cell when it was created or born. While science is certainly a long way from providing evidence of the reincarnation of entire human beings and their consciousnesses, that doesn't mean we don't experience uncanny feelings that suggest we have been here before.
Right.
A karmic past life connection and the level of comfort and feeling as if we already know someone is merely our shared history catching up with us and playing out in this lifetime. This has much to do with our past memory stored in our subconscious mind and then replays itself in after reincarnation. These kind of past connections are easy to spot, while there are some other instances as well that may indicate the connection of past life. We all have been in the situation where we meet a new person and immediately feel that deep connection, sometimes to the point where we anticipate what they are going to say next. Or we feel they have been in our life forever.
Facts. Freaking facts, man. Facts. I've been there. I've been in situations like that before too, where somebody is speaking about something, and because I feel like I have this type of connection with that person, or a person like that person, it's like I'm listening to what they're saying, and I'm like, just stop. Just stop. Because I know what you're going to say before you say it. I know exactly what you're going to say. It might not be word for word, but I know what you're going to say. And then when I tell them, they look at me strange. So I'm looking like, what? How they say? How did you know? Because I know you. I know you. Not exactly you, but I know you. So, yeah, it's happened before.
As soon as you meet a person from your past life, you would feel that there is strong connection between both of you, and a feeling is there that you have known the person since long.
Mm-hmm.
People with past life connections have strong bonds and strong emotions towards each other. The emotions or feelings might be either of strong love or strong hatred, depending upon the relationship they shared in their
Could
past
be
lives.
both.
A karmic
Could be
past life
both.
connection is so high to the level of comfort and feeling, as if we already know someone is merely our shared history catching up with us and playing out in this lifetime. These kind of past connections are easy to spot, while there are some other instances as well that may indicate the connection of past life. First of all, try to identify that you are learning anything about yourself by being in relationship or by someone's behavior, positively or negatively. Then you may say that these souls are important and have deep connections with you, and that are there to teach you some profound lessons. If someone is helping you for no apparent reason, with no expectations in return, this may mean that you might have helped the person in past life, and this is the way the other person is repaying you.
Wow.
These are some key signs that may indicate persons or connections from past life. If you experience any of these unexplainable reactions while meeting someone, you might know their soul from a previous life. So here are 10 signs you have met someone from a past life. Number 1.
Okay.
If you meet someone for the first time, yet they are instantly familiar to you, it is a huge sign he or she might be from your past life. Maybe it's in a crowded room, or maybe you bump into someone on the sidewalk. But in those first moments of contact, something clicks in your brain and you are convinced you know this person from somewhere. This is the most common sign that you have just met someone from your past life. Now, this doesn't mean that every time you get that familiar feeling, that person was automatically from a past life. Sometimes you just click with people. Finding out whether that person feels that same pull might help prove this is a past life connection. On the other hand, if someone expresses this to you, and you didn't feel that instant connection, that doesn't mean they are not from a past life. It's possible that they are, and you just don't remember. This type of situation happens very commonly with animals. Have you ever had an animal randomly come straight up to you, staring as if they know exactly who you are? There's a good chance they do, and you just don't realize it. Number 2. You feel instant connection or repulsiveness. Often, when you run into somebody close that you know from your past life, you feel immediate connection. These people could have been your family, friends, partners, someone you shared a powerful connection with. But there are others who you are simply repulsed by. You can't explain why, but you can't stand them, like something inside you starts boiling when you are near them. These people might have caused you some form of pain and suffering in your previous life, and you still struggle to forgive them. Meeting them might be even a chance to untangle past knots and overcome certain karma by trying to forgive them for their action. This will purify the toxic attachments of your soul and help you grow. Number 3. Your connection is almost telepathic. It doesn't have to mean that you send each other mental messages. It's more like their ears burn when we talk about them. You might think of a person, and just a second later receive a message from them. Or you may feel of what next a person will say. It's a connection that is hard to explain and even harder to dismiss. These type of connections are beyond time and space, and are usually established by really close people. These people dive deep into your consciousness in some past life, and you dive deep into theirs. You shared intimate moments and revealed deep parts of your souls to one another. This kept the connection strong between your souls, even though many lives might have passed. Number 4. A brief encounter leads to drastic life changes. While most life changes happen relatively slowly, if you sit down and think about your own life, you can probably pinpoint a few moments when things changed forever. Some of these moments are positive, some negative, and some are linked to other people. Someone doesn't have to be in your life for a long period of time for them to be from a past life. Sometimes, people from our past lives show up very briefly, reorient the direction of our lives, and then disappear. For example, maybe a police officer pulls you over on your way to the airport, and you miss your flight. Maybe someone compliments you on your outfit right before a job interview, and that little boost to your confidence makes all the difference in landing the job. These are the kinds of brief and micro interactions that you might have with someone from your past life, and before you know it, your whole path has shifted. Number 5. They understand your emotions without you having to explain. This is similar to sign number 2. When someone is from a past life, you may have spent more time together than you even realize or remember. But just because you can't consciously remember it, doesn't mean those memories aren't there, inside of you. That is why it takes little to no dialogue for you and your person to understand each other's emotions. This sign also applies to animals. Obviously, you and your pet don't speak the same language. And yet, when you are upset, they come close to comfort you. Not
Man, that last one got me, man. That last one got me. Like, I realized I was about to start tearing up, man. Honestly, I swear. If y'all know me, you can see it in my face. Like, I have a strong connection, or rather, my cat has a strong connection with me. I wouldn't say both of them do, but I have 2 cats. But one of them I got when she was a kitten. And I don't know if humans and cats can connect from a past life or whatever have you. But just a little short story. When I got Precious, I was hoping that maybe she would come around so I can pull her up here. But when I got Precious, she was a kitten. She was 2 weeks old. Okay, and it was a whole big old litter of kittens in a cage. Now there was a lot of kittens in there, and then you know how kittens and dogs, when they really want you to pet them or take them, they just come up towards you and want you to pet them and stuff like that. I already had my heart set on getting a kitten, and I wanted a girl kitten. I already had the name picked out and everything. I just wanted a specific one. I wanted one that I feel like I could relate to, one that I could connect with. So I looked in this cage, and all of the kittens except for one, said, "If you pick me, hell if you do, hell if you don't. I don't care. I'm cute, whatever, and cuddly. I'm eventually gonna get picked out, even if I'm the last one. It don't matter, I guess." So I looked back there, and I seen this kitten just sitting there chilling, like, so. And I'm looking at this kitten like, you're not gonna be like all these other kittens and come to the front of the cage. That's what caught my attention. That is what caught my attention, because I'm like that. I am like that. I don't, if you like me, if you like me, if you don't, you don't. I don't care. I'm not here to please you. And that's what's projected off of her. So I went and I picked her up. And I was like, this is a girl kitten, right? They said, yes, that's a girl kitten. I said, okay, that's what I want. And I said, how much? Because I didn't know if they was paying for them, having us pay for them. At that moment, I had a little bit of money. I was willing to give them something, because I wanted her. And I looked at her. I was like, she's so cute. I started petting her. And that is when I instantly knew that we was going to have this serious connection to each other. Because when I picked her up and I petted her, she instantly started, like, getting comfortable with me. Like, she chilled in my arm as I walked her back to where we was going to be at. So I was like, she is so cute. I was looking at her in my arm. I was like, oh, You know, I even shed a tear for real because I looked down at this kitten and I was like, this is my baby, you know, and I cried because I personally don't know if I can have kids. I probably can, just ain't ran across the right person or something. I have no idea, but that was my baby. Precious is my baby. I didn't physically birth her, but she's my baby.
Because you expressed how you are feeling, but because they have seen you this way in the past and know how to comfort you. Number 6. Your birth charts show you are compatible. For this one, you will need some guidance from a psychic or astrologer. If you suspect that a friend, family member, or partner may be someone from a past life, you can consult with an astrologer who is skilled in creating and reading astral chats to examine if there is a deeper connection. Once you find a top astrologer you trust, you will need to share the date, time, and city of birth of both people with them. Using this information, your reader will create birth charts for both parties and reveal whether or not you are astrologically linked. Number 7. You see it in their eyes. There is something really familiar in their eyes and you just can't explain what it is. You are hypnotized. It is like you already looked into those eyes a million times before. The iris develops even when we are in our mother's womb and remains the same our entire life. Some people believe that our eyes don't change when you pass from one life into another, allowing us to recognize our spiritual companions through time. They are like a thumbprint of our soul. No two eyes have exactly the same iris patterns. Even identical twins don't share the same iris swirls and patterns. So, if it ever happens to you to see into someone's eyes and feel you have been looking at those eyes some time before, don't ignore it. You might know them from a previous life, and since you remember their eyes, they probably were really close to you. Number 8. You saw them in a dream before you met. This goes for both animals and people.
Wow.
Have you ever dreamt about someone that you have never met and woke up wondering who they were? Since time is relative, past lives can occur parallel to your current life. That is why it's not unusual to come
Sound literally can move and shape matter. It started by Hans.
across people in your dreams for the first time and meet them face to face later.
Wow.
Number 9. Whether it's been 1 year or 5 years since you last spoke, it is like no time has passed at all. And that is because if you have known each other in past lives, then what's a few years compared to entire lifetimes? This type of connection is common between friends and family members. There are also those people who you rarely ever fight with. People you know will always be there if you need them. When you have been connected for so long, you have had all the time in the world to work out any differences, and now you are just on the same wavelength effortlessly. You won't meet many people like this in your lifetime. Have you ever met someone who felt familiar, even though you have never met them before? This could be reincarnation at work. So if you want to know more about your past life, make sure to grab that link in the description box. Number 10. You long for someone you barely know. Sometimes you can spend an entire lifetime with someone, only for them to be far from you in the next. There are some people we can live without, and some we just can't. If you are separated from a past life connection, then no matter how much time passes, that ache never subsides. This longing may be for a person you have never met or someone you met only briefly. One of the most important things to understand here is the fact that we are assigned to soul groups while in the spirit world. We remain in these groups while we incarnate. Before these incarnations, the broad parameters of our future lives are laid out by our spirit guides and spirit elders to accomplish the goals we set. The members of our soul group are normally assigned supporting roles in our incarnation. I am sure you have heard of someone you consider your soulmate. And this person, whom you consider having an extraordinary bond with, is usually from your soul group. I don't think there is any objective way to recognize someone from a prior life, but you usually can detect an association by the feeling of familiarity, which is usually present. I hope this video was really helpful to you. Make sure to subscribe and share it. Peace, love, and life.
Yes. peace, love, and life.
astral chats to examine if
Hold
there is a
on. I'm trying to get into
be someone
it.
from a past.
There we go. Wow. I really didn't have much to say. I was just watching it just like you were watching it, really. Have I met anybody from my past life based off of the things, the signs that he has said? I think so. Based off of those signs, yeah. Some of those people I still speak to. Wow. And like in my previous video, if you watched that one before you watched this one, signs of like deja vu and things of that nature as well. I have somebody in my life who, where he spoke of, where he said that you might continue to see the same person and you might have had them in your life before, but that doesn't mean that you try and reconcile or something with them. It just might mean that you need to change some things that you've done in the past when it came down to that person or something of that nature, so that your soul can be aligned correctly or something of that nature. But you keep seeing that same person. That doesn't mean you have to go back in the past with that person and continue living on with them. That's not what that means at times, you know. So it's as if it's telling you, just because things didn't work out that well with a past mate or relationship, whether it be a friendship or a partnership or a relationship with a significant other, and you keep seeing them and it's like opening up old wounds and things of that nature. The wounds sometimes need to be open in order to heal correctly. I don't know if I just blew somebody's mind, but I think I kind of low-key blew my own, for real, saying that. But seriously, old wounds sometimes had to be open in order for them to heal correctly, so that you can move forward and move on and live your life to the fullest and better. So, yeah. I have been dealing with situations such as that, and I keep asking myself over and over again, should I rekindle or should I just be a friend? I've asked myself this question over and over again, and the answer keeps coming to me and remaining the same. No. No. It keeps on telling me no. It is a past relationship for a reason. So why rekindle anything? You know, I'll be there for that person or those people, but that doesn't mean that I have to rekindle anything. For what? You know? So that's why I'm doing the best that I can personally to try and move on, to make my life better and hopefully have that person in my life that will better my life and make my life better. The life that I'm in now, currently. That person will find me, rather. You know? And they might already have. And I just don't know it yet. I don't know. But, hey, who knows? That's all for now. Hopefully this video has been of some help to somebody or some people. And yeah, I really don't have much to say about this video. Just a little short story of my own dealing with it. Alright, so if you feel like you've met anybody in your past life, maybe these signs will help you realize if you have or not. Peace out.